Los Angeles is called the City of Dreams, and the creative spirit here inspires both filmmakers and bakers.
We've done a lot of cakes for stars, and we've done movie premieres as well.
We follow 3 of Tinseltown's top pastry chefs in their quest for a fabulous cake.
You're not gonna get a traditional sheet cake out of me.
And here, size matters.
We have never wrapped a cake this big before.
That's a lot of cake.
It doesn't fit through the door.
But big cakes come with big problems.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have to just scrap it.
And getting it together before the big event
Careful going down those steps.
takes everything they've got.
Let go.
Let go.
Coming up,
Oh, fantastic.
big cake,
Awesome.
big headache.
It doesn't fit through the door.
In the Los Angeles suburb of Granada Hills, Jolene Medina and her husband Miguel run a custom cake shop called A Sweet Design. For Jolene, making outstanding-looking cakes is a lifelong passion.
I became interested in pastries and cake design at a very young age. So I went to culinary school and then just fell in love with cakes.
Today, Jolene meets with Eileen Galarza and her nephew, Jesse Gallardo.
Hi, Jessie, nice to meet you.
They want a birthday cake for Jesse's sister, Tiffany, who's turning 26.
So tell me a little bit about Tiffany. What's her personality like?
When we were little, we used to watch a lot of like mystical movies, fantasy.
Maybe something, maybe an animal? How about a dinosaur? No, a dragon.
A dragon?
How about a dragon?
Maybe making her look like a girl dragon.
girl.
A girly dragon. I love it. If we're going all out for Tiffany, we might as well make it big.
I like that.
You like
I
that?
really do.
Would you guys like to sample some cakes?
We'd love to.
Okay, let me grab some.
After tasting a number of flavors and fillings, the decision only gets tougher.
Oh wow, try that one.
Sorry, I'm in love with this chocolate one.
If you're interested, you can have a variety of flavors within the cake, so you don't just have one cake.
Sounds awesome.
I love it.
Great.
The plan is to create a dragon princess cake sitting in a grassy fondant meadow dotted with edible flowers. The cake will be 3 feet tall, so big it will take 28 layers of vanilla cake and have room for 10 different and unusual varieties of buttercream icing. The dragon's snout, neck, tail, and feet will be shaped with cereal treats. The wings will be handcrafted from gum paste. To top it off, the dragon will be holding a smaller cake in celebration of the birthday. The total cost, $4,500. Work begins by roughly stacking layers of vanilla cake.
The body is made up of about 7 separate cakes that we will stack on top of each other, starting from a larger cake to a smaller sized cake. You couldn't do this once you have fillings in there. It's way too heavy. So we're doing great. We're good.
The fillings will offer a little something for everyone. The dragon's base layers will be filled with mint buttercream and fudge buttercream.
It's really strong chocolatey taste.
The belly will be cherry and amaretto buttercream. The chest will be more fudge paired with cookies and cream.
I'm trying to stir as least as possible in order to maintain a bright color.
Above that, apple pie buttercream with streusel. The head will be filled with raspberry and pistachio.
I'm applying pressure. That gets rid of any air bubbles in between the layers.
Once the sections are built, they are each cored with a cookie cutter and pastry knife.
So we need to remove this amount from the center of every cake.
They are then stacked on a wood post attached to a plywood baseboard covered with contact paper.
Perfect.
Because the cake will weigh about 100 pounds, as tiers are added, plastic dowels are inserted for more support.
We're right at 20 inches. Awesome.
After the lower portion is built, it's time to focus on the upper portion.
We have to create a cake holding another cake. And it's a challenge because we've never done it before.
The small birthday cake will be 3 7-inch rounds filled with cookies and cream and fudge buttercream. To be sure the dragon's arms are strong enough to hold it, they're made from copper tubing, covered with food-safe cake tape.
So we need to screw this in here.
Did you do that with your own arms?
Yeah.
Now, a quick test.
That's fine, right?
Next, a support board for the head.
We're not gonna have the head like this, we're gonna have it at an angle. So we need support so that it doesn't slide.
We're gonna put a lot of weight on this head, so we wanna make sure it's not going anywhere.
The cake needs to be carved into the shape of a dragon's body, but it has to be chilled first. And when they take it to the cooler, they run into a big problem.
It doesn't fit through the door, honey.
No, so it's
we
the other
trim-
side. It's the other side.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No.
So this is the,
I don't think this is.
oh, that's the bigger side.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Can you saw this down?
The bakers at A Sweet Design have hit a glitch in making a dragon princess cake for a 26-year-old's birthday party. The baseboard is too big to get the cake into the cooler.
We're gonna have to trim down one of the sides of the boards. It'll just be a quick saw cut and we'll get it in there.
Once the problem is solved and the cake is chilled, it's ready to be carved. To keep them on track, the sketch of the cake has been enlarged to actual scale.
Having a life-size sketch is really important. It keeps us in perspective. We can constantly refer to it.
Now it's time to shape the head.
I do not like crust anywhere but on my sandwiches.
A template the same shape as the head support structure guides the carving.
So I'm just going to trim to the board.
We're gonna place this right behind the cake so we can visualize it better.
I need to add another 2
Yeah.
inches.
Cake scraps top it off and round it out.
Looks better.
Then the dragon's snout is shaped from cereal treats.
The tighter you can press the cereal treats, the better. There won't be any air in there, and when you're covering the fun, it'll just make for a real smooth texture. Can I just take this off since we don't need it there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lower jaw is glued on with royal icing, made from egg whites, powdered sugar, and water.
Let's do this. We're gonna use some plastic to hold them in place for a little while.
More cereal treats form the neck.
I think we're good.
Then it's time to carve the body.
So this is pretty big. We're just gonna take baby steps. Just baby steps.
To make the haunches, a cake tier filled with coconut and pink guava buttercream is cut in half, trimmed down, and attached with a layer of vanilla buttercream.
We're gonna do some skewers to get some extra support in there. This looks really good for the legs.
Next, the dragon's belly.
I really want this belly full. So I think we need some cake here.
Okay.
More cake scraps glued with more buttercream fill it out, and the dragon is ready for a crumb coat.
We just do a simple vanilla buttercream.
While the cake is chilling, the 7-inch birthday cake also gets a crumb coat. Then it's covered with white fondant.
You need to work fast with the fondant because if you let it sit out for too long, it starts cracking. I'm patting the rest of the fondant away. And this is ready to be decorated.
Diamond shapes cut from teal gum paste are glued on with water. More gum paste becomes a border. Silver sugar beads, called dragées, are attached with royal icing, and it's done.
I like it. Actually, I love it.
The team at A Sweet Design is making a 3-foot dragon princess cake. The body and head have been built. Next, the dragon's wings are shaped from wire.
You can get this wire on any hardware store, and it's really, really strong.
After it's bent into the right shape, it's used as a template to cut out gum paste.
Let's put a little bit of water to glue these two pieces together. This is so that they're not completely flat. Now I'm gonna put it together. Okay, this is ready.
When the wings are dry, the rice treats on the neck are temporarily removed, the wings are bolted in, and the rice treats are replaced.
This looks really good.
Now the dragon's feet. Rice treats are stacked to the right height, carved into claws,
Just trying to make a nice shape.
and glued in place with a dab of royal icing. More cereal treats make a long tail, and a crumb coat of royal icing fills in the cracks. Then white modeling chocolate finishes the snout.
and then it can look smooth.
The cake is ready to be covered in fondant. It will take 60 pounds of it and 3 people to get it done.
We have never wrapped a cake this big with fondant before,
It's so large, they cover it in strips.
and it's gonna work. It has to work. So we're gonna take our ball tool to just really get in. Make sure it's touching the seam, okay? We're gonna trim some more.
A triangular cookie cutter gives it the look of dragon skin.
It's a really neat technique to just imprint the scales. They look so realistic. It's really nice.
Then long strips of fondant are glued to the midsection with water.
We're putting on her belly stripes. It's cutesy, adds a little bit of decor to the belly.
More fondant is then shaped into arms and hands and pressed into place.
Done.
And the final touch, a spiky gum paste spine.
Now it starts really looking like a dragon.
Jolene Medina and her team at a Sweet Design cake shop have built a 3-foot-tall dragon princess cake for a 26-year-old's birthday party. Now it's getting a spray of edible color in royal purple.
I've done about 4 coats, and this is the last one. It's a metallic pearl spray. Whatever the coat below it is, it enhances it.
While the paint dries, fondant is rolled out on a sheeter.
We're gonna make the board green to look like a meadow for the dragon and with some bright flowers on it.
The flowers are cut from colored gum paste, then a ball tool shapes the tips.
This helps me thin out the petals for the flower and make it look more three-dimensional.
To set the petals' curves, the flowers are dried in an egg carton, then layered.
I'm using royal icing to adhere the flowers to each other, and then I'm gonna finish the center like that. So our flowers will just be a little more textured.
After the flowers go on with another dab of royal icing,
Bam.
more royal icing adds a little landscaping.
A little bit of grassy texture, really.
Next, the dragon's facial features. White and black fondant circles for eyes, edible black paint for eyelashes, teal fondant for eyeshadow, red for a heart-shaped mouth, and white for teeth. And toenails are polished with edible glitter.
The nails are made of gum paste, kind of like press-on nails.
The final touch, a gum paste bow, made using a homemade mold.
These are paper towels that we rolled up and taped. And it's a nice surface because the gum paste doesn't stick to it. So I'm gonna roll this in. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of water to stick the other side too. Gum paste sticks great with some water. Then you just take a small strip and put it right in the center there. And then we have a bow.
After it hardens, the bow is brushed with edible silver paint mixed with alcohol. That helps the paint dry faster. It will be put on at the birthday party.
All right, let's rock and roll.
Now it's out the door.
Hey, careful going down those steps, okay? Allie, come here!
Jolene Medina and the team at a Sweet Design cake shop are delivering a 3-foot dragon princess cake to a 26-year-old's birthday party.
You all right?
You need to, yeah. Barely. And now we'll rotate it.
The silver bow goes on,
How's that?
Cute. I think that's really cute.
and the dragon cake is ready for the birthday girl.
1, 2, 3.
Look at her nails! Oh my god, I love it. Purple is my favorite color. Oh, look at her eyelashes. How cute is she? Oh my god, it's so moist. That cake is so gorgeous. It's girly, but it's strong. She did a wonderful job. It's beautiful.